This episode is brought to you by Google Pixel, the official fan phone of the NBA and WNBA. The new Pixel 8 and Pixel 8 Pro are built different. How? Take the Audio Magic Eraser tool that helps block out distracting crowd noise so your play-by-play commentary sounds crystal clear. The only phone engineered by Google brings out the audio you care about so your videos sound as crisp as they look. Learn more at googlestore.com/pixelnba. Audio Magic Eraser requires Google Photos app. May not work on all audio elements.
Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and in today's episode, I wanted to talk to the people out there that take TV shows and movies too seriously. You know, like it'll be fictional shows. Like it'll be, for an example, The Walking Dead. People will really look at the actor that portrays as Negan as like a actual real life villain. And all he is just a TV show character. Like I don't get why there's people out there that like they really would have wanted to cause physical pain to that man because of what he did on the show. And I'm like, fam, it should never be that serious. Great performance, by the way, but it should never be that serious to the point where these guys got to actually fight for their lives. And that's another thing where it's like the things that he did on the show, like I think I can say it, but without saying who it was, but he killed some important people on the show. You know, it was on some stuff where it was like, wow, you didn't see it coming, but those people are alive. They are well. They are actually still acting to this day. He didn't actually kill them off. But it'll trip me out how, like, there's people that will get... No, it's funny because one of those people, my mom. So there's this movie called Queen and Slim. And the way that movie ended, it was a crazy ending. It was one of those endings where it was like, wow. You didn't expect it, but how it went down, it was because of a person that was shown in that movie. And I'm not going to get into details because, I mean, you know, there might be people that will want to watch the movie themselves. But, yeah, the ending was crazy. But there was the actor that caused all this stuff at the end of the movie. And, yeah, he has a person waiting for him. That happens to be my mom. But I'm like, you're forgetting the fact, like, we've seen the two actors in this movie do other stuff after this movie. So they're okay. It is a story. It is a great story, but people need to understand that it is a story. It is not based on a true story. It is just a story. And man, like the times, it was funny because there's this one movie starring Keenen Ivory Wayans. He's the Wayans brothers, the ones in White Chicks, Marlon and Sean Wayans. So Keenen Ivory Wayans is their older brother. And he did this movie called Low Down Dirty Shame. Funny movie. Definitely one of those movies where it's like, you guys have to watch that movie because from beginning to end, it is honestly, in my opinion, it is one of the greatest Wayans movies ever. Like, it's one of those movies where it's like, is it up there with White Chicks? Yeah, I would say, like, if it came down to it, whether let's say that there's like, oh, you get this limited edition copy of White Chicks or a Low Down Dirty Shame, I'm probably going to get a Low Down Dirty Shame. Like, no disrespect to White Chicks, but a Low Down Dirty Shame, that was, like, by far one of my favorite Wayans movies. Like, they got other movies that I have to say it's that and Mo Money. Like, you guys definitely got to watch some of the Wayans brothers, their other work. I mean, obviously, you know, scary movies, like the first two, they were good. White Chicks was good. What are some other movies have they done with each other? Little Man, that was a good movie. They did some good movies, but no, Low Down Dirty Shame. So, Jada Pinkett Smith was in that movie. And it was a scene in there where she had seen an actor within the acted out movie, there was an actor that was being, and honestly, I feel like that they were just making fun of like people that carry on like that. But so anyways, she sees this actor and she's all like, oh, Chad. And he's all like, yeah, the one in the flesh and stuff. She punches him in his face, sends this man flying over a table into a purse, into whoever it was, their nice breakfast, all right, or lunch, whatever time of the day it was, sends this man flying across the table because of what he did within the show that was being played out in the movie and stuff. But I'm like, people carry on like that. And that's what I somewhat fear, that people are going to like. So let's say if I were to do a movie, right? And I was a villain, and there is this the most loving character in all of like TV show, movie history, right? But me, I kill them in the most brutal way possible. Like, let's say this person literally is winning awards left and right, bringing people to tears every single day, or every day out of the one day out of the week, because that's how most shows come on and stuff, unless it's like a Netflix show or whatever. But anyways, but this is the most lovable person, all right? And then I kidnap them. And I put them in a room, and then there's these like rabid dogs in there, and it tears them apart, and you can hear their screams echoing, and I'm in a room just cracking up laughing. People will see that episode, right? They will see that episode. I will be hated all across the world because of that episode. See, that's what I mean by like people, they allow that stuff to just get to them too much. And I'm like, look, and I know people probably have asked me, like, has there been performances in movies and TV shows that has like, it's rocked you, it's shook you to your core? Yes. There have been numerous times where I have seen based on a true story movies, and I have seen, no, because there was the one based on a true story movie where it was like the performance in there was amazing, but it was the movie American Sniper, and I was watching that movie. It honestly felt like that Bradley Cooper was the Chris Kyle, proper way of pronouncing his name. But no, like, he really portrayed that man, and he portrayed that man well. I mean, I didn't really know him personally, but he did do good in that movie. It was definitely one of those movies where I was like, wow, an amazing performance. And even like fictional movies, I could think of some fictional movies where it was like, wow, you know, like it was an amazing performance. But I'm not going to look at them any differently. Like like I was saying, The Walking Dead, I'm not gonna look at that man Negan or Jeffrey, it was his name, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I think that's his real name. But I'm not going to look at him any differently because of what he did on the show. I'm like, if anything's, he made the show. I was like, nah, I can't look at him and be all like, he didn't make that show. So, yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, all right, so. But no, he 100% made that show. He 100% like, even though that there was a character that he killed off, and I was like, wow, why? Like, for what reason? And then some of the stuff that he would say, I'm like, sir, you are giving us more of a reason. The Negan character, not Jeffrey Dean Morgan, but you're giving us more of a reason to hate Negan. But he did redeem himself. I will overall say that he did redeem himself. He did do well in things. So I can't look at him and be like, oh, okay, like now I gotta. But at the time being, you know, like, yeah, I'm like, you know what, nah, sir, you messed up, all right, and it's gonna take a lot to, you know, to have me accept your apology and things. We were like, I'll give you a bag of beef jerky. I'm like, hey, you know, I mean, that's enough for me, sir. I'm like, is it teriyaki? He's like, teriyaki. I'm like, yep, that'll do it. I'm all like, nope, that will 100% do it. I'm like, you have bought me with a bag of beef jerky. If it's like a good brand too, and it's like one of those big bags. It ain't one of those like little vending machine bags. Like I'm saying, no, it's one of those bags where you can snack on throughout the week and stuff. You know, like one of those. And it's like, it's that beef jerky that ain't too tough, but at the same time, it does, like, you know, it has like a little bit of toughness to it. Like you could go at it for a little bit and things. Yeah. I think that definitely will buy me off. I'm like, hey, what did he do again? So, but no, man, it's like, I just think that there's people in this world where it's like, you have to understand that a fictional movie is a fictional movie. Yes, their performance may be the best performance of all time. Yes, you know, you may grow attached to characters and whatever, but you need to understand that it is fictional. It is not real. And no, it was who was it? There was another character on The Walking Dead where he said that a woman had seen him out in public and screamed because she was terrified of him. And I'm like, why are you if anything's if I see this guy, I'm like, hey yo, you're the cause he was the governor on The Walking Dead. And I'm like, hey yo, you're the governor of The Walking Dead. I'm like, nah, bro, I got it. I'm like, can I get a picture, please? I'm like, there's just to say that I'm like, hey yo, like, even though this might be one of the most hated characters on the show, I still got a picture with him and stuff. And the crazy thing is, like, there's probably people that will see that and they will really get on me about taking a picture with him as if like this man actually has done something. I'm like, he is an actor. He hasn't done nothing. Even there was one character that I didn't particularly like anymore off of the show because she was doing some shady stuff. All right, she was. But if I were to see her out in public, I'm not gonna be all like, I'll probably will talk in a perspective where it's like, we're talking on her character, where it's like not her as a person, but the character that she portrayed in the show. And I'm like, yeah, you had me upset some episodes, but you killed it on that show. Like, it was like you were one of those characters where it's like you had me feeling a certain way, and I'm like, when you have a person feeling a certain way, I feel like you're doing good on that show. So, but it's even like that with, oh my god, I was about to, there's like the one thing that I almost forgot. Wrestlers. Bro, the amount of times where I have heard stories about wrestlers where it, like, who they portray on TV is who they portray on TV. There are people that genuinely hate them. What wrestler was it? A black wrestler. And, dang, who was it? It was somebody that had, and it was like they hadn't even did nothing. They didn't even did nothing. I gotta go through like my tweets because I did like a response to the tweet, but I didn't like the tweet itself. Swerve Strickland. He used to wrestle on WWE, but now he's wrestling on AEW. And he has the one dude that kind of looked like Brock Lesnar a little bit, like as his tag team partner and stuff. But anyways. Somebody had wrote to him on Instagram saying, why don't you go back to Africa? That upset. And the thing is this. I'm like, however, like, you being racist, keep that between yourself. But it's like, do you think you would have said that to that man if he never would have been a wrestler? Like, that's where it's like, people will see these guys on TV and, and get so upset and get so riled up because, he's attacking wrestlers on there. He's turned on his best friend or whatever. And it's like, fam, it is story writing. These guys do not genuinely hate each other. These guys most likely be hanging out in the middle of the night playing whatever video game. I would say Call of Duty, but no, Call of Duty is crap. So whatever games they're playing, but it's like, these guys are probably the best of friends off camera. No, the reason why I say that is because Randy Orton and John Cena, these guys hated each other on TV. I mean, when you seen these guys go at it, they were going at it, alright? But one thing that I remember reading about was seeing that they were the best of friends, like, outside of wrestling. And I was like, and I saw that, and I'm like, you probably can look up pictures of them together. Hold on for a second. John Cena. By the way, John Cena freaking killed it last night on Monday Night Raw. I was like, the way he was talking to Austin Theory, I was like, nah, man, Austin Theory. I'm like, you're gonna have to fight that man after the show, because I'm like, that's some crazy stuff. I'm like, that is just messed up talking to him like that. But anyways, there's like pictures of them when they were wrestling and stuff, but they don't have like nothing of them. They have like one where he's Randy Orton is standing next to a cardboard cutout. Oh no, wait a second. He goes on and makes a tweet. Yeah, there's this tweet that he made back in like 2019 saying, "Miss you, John Cena. P.S. Can you talk to The Rock and see what his WrestleMania plans are for 2020? Asking for a friend." Yeah, I'm saying, like, he makes tweets like that, literally making a tweet where he is kissing a cardboard cutout of John Cena. and this man was literally punting him in his head like 10 years ago and stuff. So yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if you know how these guys are off camera, then you would know like who they are when they're in a TV show, movie, wrestling, whatever it is. They're just friends, bruh. They are friends. I know in some cases it's kind of hard, like in like a real life situation, because I know like with boxing, UFC, some YouTubers, maybe some people in the music industry, you don't really know. Like you don't really know if they're really beefing with each other, or if they're, doing this because they got like some store, like some sort of so if they are beefing with each other, then they are. But if they're not, then it's just like every other acted out thing. But yeah, I just think that people, they need to not allow themselves to get so upset if they do. They just see that stuff, and I'm like, man, people, chill. It is okay. But anyways, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to all my 46 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you're purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. Once again, that is the website SeatGeek. And if you are purchasing any energy drinks or sleep drinks from Poggers, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. That will knock 10% off your next purchase. Not SeatGeek. SeatGeek is 20%. Poggers is 10%. And Fatal Grips is also 10% if you use my promo code TMossBoss. Fatal Grips, they sell controller skins. What else? Analog grip covers. So yeah, they got some things going on. Go check them out. But anyways, if you want to learn more about those three places, you go to my Twitter account. And all their ats are in my bio. So anyways, thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode, and peace.